Hello and welcome to your journaling session about the postpartum period. If this is your first journaling session, welcome, and if you've done others, thank you for being back. So I have the impression that sometimes we think, especially as first-time moms, you tend to think until the birth, and everything that comes after is a bit murky, of course, because we've just never done it before. So I am going to be a second-time mom, so you can definitely also do this if this is your second, fourth, fifth baby. I will be doing it alongside with you, but it's also especially useful if you're a first-time mom, I think. I wish I had reflected or looked forward or concretized a bit more what that time was going to look like. So this is hopefully going to help you do that. Just grab a pen, a journal, a scrap paper, whatever you have on hand, and let's get started. I will give you different prompts and then leave you time to answer. You can always pause the video if you need more time, of course. All right. First question. How do you feel about the support system you currently have in place for the postpartum period? Next question, what worries you about the postpartum period? Next, what excites you about the postpartum period? What unknowns do you have about the postpartum period? Next question is, how do you want to feel during your postpartum period? Next question is, who can you contact for emotional support? Who can you contact or how can you arrange practical support in your house or with the baby? Next question, who can you and who will you contact when you are worried about your health? Then who can you contact or what resources do you have in place when you have questions surrounding your baby? The next question is, have you thought about whether you want to join some mom groups or how you want to make new connections, if you want that at all? Yeah. Next one, how can you prepare yourself for the postpartum period? So over the last questions, we kind of looked at what type of support you might need, might want. So what are the concrete steps you can take? Okay, now we shift a little bit. We go a little bit more inward. What is your relationship to asking for help? The next question, can you think of small ways that you can practice asking for help? Then, next, what is your relationship to setting boundaries and taking care of yourself? Okay, and then our final question. How can you practice setting boundaries and taking care of yourself? All right, that was a long one. Thank you for sticking with it, if you did, if you're still watching. And I hope this was useful to you. Feel free to come back to it and read over it so you know where you're at and what you still want to work on, to put in place, whether that's internal or external, that will make your postpartum as smooth as possible. And of course, a lot of it is also about just managing expectations. So yeah, thank you for being here. And if you enjoyed this journaling session, I have a playlist with many other journaling sessions. Also check out any movement classes that I have that are pregnancy friendly. I have Pilates, yoga, weights, lots of different types of workouts, and also affirmations and meditations that will help you through your pregnancy and also prepare for birth specifically. I wish you a very good day, a happy pregnancy, a good birth, and a smooth postpartum period. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Ciao!